Hello to all of my amazing Libras. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today. Libras, we're going to get ready for this full moon. Let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my amazing Libras as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions and spirituality, and where they need to take action. Yes, Libras, you know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to my great listeners who are also fair-minded. You all are idealists, very gracious, diplomatic, cooperative, money right out the deck. Yes, very charming, very romantic sign. Yes, I'm talking to you all Libras, gods in human form. Yes, I am talking to you. So somebody's been thinking about you, Libra, somebody that you would never go back to. It could be a friend that you love deeply. It could be a romantic interest that you love deeply. It could be, it's something that you had deep feelings for, deep emotions tied to. And it could be, for some people, it could be a job that you had deep emotions. This water represents your emotions and your creativity and intimacy. But you had deep feelings for this energy that you would never go back to, right? This full moon is really about, or the full moon period, just really is about all sides of us, inside and around us, being fully illuminated, right? So it means physically and metaphorically illuminating all paths, right? Which way am I going to go? Am I going to go back to doing things the way that I used to? Or am I going to move forward, headed in a new direction, right? Two of Cups. So both of these are your hands. This is where you're focusing on you now, like really just focusing on your internal peace and your happiness. Matter of fact, like I said, somebody left a relationship. It could have been a job, which is a professional relationship, a romantic or platonic relationship, but nevertheless you're focusing on you, because how many times did you have to be bitten in order for you to move forward? So you may be tempted because of your heart. You may be tempted to, because this is a little tricky here. The moon, the full moon you may have had a lot of downloads in your dreams thinking about that person because they were thinking about you, right? Because y'all were on the same frequency at that short period of time. And to some degree, you may be feeling like maybe I was a little too harsh. Maybe I took that sword out too soon and severed ties. Maybe I was just, I had a lot going on, like trying to, in your mind, make sense of it all. But this is where you're going to make a firm decision about it. This is where you're going to really see the other person through the eyes of love, so it can change your perspective. Because when relationships end and you say, I would not return to that situation even if I saw a pig fly, to some degree that could be some feelings of resentment or anger or frustration or whatever. But again, if you decide to part with this, do it in love, right? I forgive this person for everything that they did, but they can't go into this next chapter with me. You see what I'm saying? And meditation is going to be very helpful to you. It's going to help replenish those emotions that you poured out, whether it was emotion of tears, whether it was emotions of cursing somebody out in spirit, or anger, or whatever those emotions were. Water is going to help you replenish all of that, right? So that's what you want to focus on. You definitely don't want to focus on holding on to anger and hate and frustration and just all of the low vibrational energy, because you want to make more space for this, because more money is coming your way, right? And also, like I said, you haven't lost your touch. Midas touch, you've always had that, and you still do have that, right? Let's keep it moving forward, right? So there's tons of full moon rituals online. I know that there's some that I do for full moon, and they actually worked for me very, very well. One, you can sage your whole house. Like if you make a decision, okay, I'm not going forward with this person anymore. Physically, you may have already left the situation, the job or the person or that energy. You may have already left that situation. But emotionally, because of the full moon, like ramping up to, because it's not fully illuminated yet. It should be fully illuminated tomorrow. But because we're ramping up to that, you may have had very vivid dreams. So emotionally, you still could be somewhat tied to it, or like feeling like I can't stop thinking about this situation. But guess what? It's going to be a win-win for you when you operate in love. When you don't hold on to regret or guilt or what the last thing they said to you that may have really hurt your feelings or whatever. This is where you want to say, you know what? I'm going to part ways with this amicably. I'm moving forward. I'm just moving forward, right? I'm not going backwards. Okay, I may have once called them a snake, but I've now realized that it was really God trying to get me to move out of my comfort zone and to finally make a decision about some things. I'm also seeing healing in your cards. This is a general reading, by the way. If you're interested in a personal one, my information is down below. So this Nine of Cups, we would know that the number 9 is really about transformation, right? And so I'm seeing that, like I said, it's a win-win for you. This is where, again, this is wish fulfillment, because of the way you have just come to terms with this thing. It's like it's over. I'm not angry with the person or job or whatever it is. I have made peace with it, and I'm moving forward, right? And I feel great because of my decision. I feel great, right? Here we have the Emperor card, which is attached to Aries. You may have Aries in your chart. We also have the Strength card, which is attached to Leo. You may have Leo in your chart. We have the Star card, which is attached to Aquarius. You may have Aquarius in your chart. We have the Sun card, which is Leo's ruling planet. So we're going to put this on the same thing right here. So this is double Leo. So you may have Leo several times in your chart, or you may have had an interaction with Leo. But nevertheless, what I'm seeing for you, Libra, is that as you have made peace with the decision to move forward, and I'm talking about not just physically, emotionally, you have made peace with it. You have forgiven all parties involved. You have just decided, hey, I'm moving forward. I'm mending my own broken heart. Now you are no longer holding space. You know how, like, Libra, you know how, like, you may have physically walked away from a relationship, but you may be still thinking about, because that's what the moon will do. It'll spotlight every part of the situation, right? Even the part that you try to suppress. And you may be sitting around thinking, like, I can't. Y'all know what I'm thinking about? You remember the movie Waiting to Exhale? Remember that scene where the 4 ladies were sitting around, they had a couple of drinks, and they was thinking about all the stuff that was done to them? Okay, so physically they left the situation, but emotionally they were still tied to the situation in some shape, form, or fashion. But I see you all, like, really making peace with it and just moving on. Like, you know what? I'm done. I'm really, really done. And I'm talking to my men and women, right? So I'm seeing you getting to the heart of the matter and mending your own broken heart. But see, this had to happen because something happened in your childhood to cause you to be an overgiver to begin with, right? And so again, this is a win-win situation for you because of how you're handling this particular situation. And it's also setting the tone for how you're going to handle situations moving forward. Yes. So like I said before, this full moon, all full moons, right, is really illuminating all of our paths. And it's not just a physical, it's also metaphorically as well, right? You thought about them because they was thinking about you, but you're building strength. This number 6 represents you're about to give birth to something major. I mean, something that you've been very, very passionate about. And so, again, you're rechanneling that passion, because all of this right here is emotions. All of these are emotions, right? You're rechanneling the emotion that you once had for them, whether it was hurt, pain, frustration, deep love, affection, all those emotions that you had for them. You're rechanneling that, and you're rechanneling towards love for self first, and then, you know, agape love for them. But they can't come back. They cannot come back. It could have been a best friend. It could have been a job. It could have been a lover. It could have been a family member. Whoever it was, you learn how to build strength during this time. And so see how this number 6 looks like? I mean, kind of is shaping a woman that's pregnant. And I'm talking to my guys too, to men too. You're only focused on your healing, right? You are a boss. You're a leader. You're on fire. Right? You're the first person in your family to do a lot of things. And so again, Libra, it's your time. It really, really is your time. Like I said, you're moving forward. There's a lot of emotion that you had to sever ties with to move on. But again, you're continuing to build your strength every single day, and you're feeling great about it. Some of you all are even outside in the sunshine, got your arms raised, like this person's hands grounding. That blue right here represents water. It also represents your throat chakra. It could also represent the air, but you're taking full advantage of all 4 elements. You're recharging from it. You're building your strength. Again, like here, this is a strength card. Again, reiterating, you're building your strength. But again, You're no harm, no foul. It's like you know what? You never have a place in my life again, and I'm okay with that. I'm moving on. I'm not holding that bag of frustration and hurt and pain. I'm not doing that. That's what I have for you, Libras. I'll see you in a couple of days when I can resume my teaching on chakras. All right, bye.